Welcome to Tales from College Football. This season I'll be pondering college football what-ifs, where we'll take glimpses into alternate realities and explore how the world of college football might have unfolded differently. I'm your host, Brandon Peterson. Prior to 2013, Section 3, Article 2B of the NCAA rulebook stated, "The runner shall not grasp a teammate, and no other player of this team shall grasp, push, lift, or charge into him to assist him in forward progress." This would result in a 5-yard penalty. When most college football fans hear this rule, they're reminded of the famous Bush Push, a controversial play etched into college football lore from a hyped matchup between Notre Dame and USC. USC would benefit from a penalty not being called when Reggie Bush helps Matt Leinart cross the goal line for a game-winning score with only 3 seconds remaining. USC would win 34-31 and continue their quest for the coveted three-peat would continue. Now, what if the officials did call a penalty on the Bush Push? What if they did call a penalty on Reggie Bush right there? Things could have been so much different. It's October 15th, 2005. Notre Dame Stadium. The undefeated USC Trojans, led by Pete Carroll, were up against Charlie Weis and the Fighting Irish. USC is riding a 27-game winning streak and aiming for a third straight national championship. USC was a heavy favorite in this game, but Notre Dame had a few tricks up their sleeves. It was said that Notre Dame didn't mow their grass as short as usual, creating a playing surface that would be sure to slow down the team speed of USC's athletes. Notre Dame was in their traditional blue uniforms for warm-ups, but when they came back out right before kickoff, they wore their lucky green uniforms. Coach Weis even had Tim Brown, Joe Montana, and Rudy himself speaking at the Irish pep rally that week. In the first quarter, a Brady Quinn interception would lead to a Reggie Bush touchdown. Notre Dame would answer with a Travis Thomas score. A Lendell White 3-yard run would give USC a 14-7 lead at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter was all Notre Dame. A touchdown pass by Brady Quinn and a punt return by Tom Zbikowski pushed the Irish ahead at the half, 21-14. Third quarter had teams trading turnovers and a Reggie Bush touchdown. We were heading into the fourth quarter tied at 21. After a field goal and then a missed field goal by Notre Dame, Reggie Bush would score another touchdown for USC. Brady Quinn would answer with a touchdown of his own, giving the Irish a 31-28 advantage. Matt Leinart would move down the field with some heroics from Dwayne Jarrett and Reggie Bush. With time for one last play, USC would go for the win, and Matt Leinart would call his own number and sneak it in for a touchdown. But remember, in this what-if universe, this time there's a little laundry left out on the field. Helping the runner on number 5. 5-yard penalty. USC would bring out their field goal kicker, and if you remember in real life, USC missed the extra point after the successful Bush Push. So in our hypothetical what-if world, the field goal is no good. Notre Dame wins. The fans storm the field. What a time to be alive. This would have been a signature win for Charlie Weis in his first ever season as head coach for Notre Dame. Talk about a decided schematic advantage. Notre Dame would have skyrocketed in the rankings, likely earning a spot in the BCS discussion. The season would finish with Vince Young winning the Heisman, and his number 1 Longhorns would demolish an overrated number 2 Penn State Nittany Lions squad. USC would climb back up to the number 5 spot and earn a trip to the Fiesta Bowl to rematch number 4 Notre Dame, where they would finish with a decisive win. The win would feel good for USC and its fans, but the earlier loss to Notre Dame put an early end to the Trojans' dynasty run. There would be no Heisman for Reggie Bush. The college football world wouldn't be watching intently to see if history would bring a team with 3 consecutive championships. Instead, the world would have new shining stars to look at with Mac Brown's Texas Longhorns. This wouldn't be all bad for USC, as they would not draw the attention from the NCAA for violating recruiting practices and providing compensation for players and their families. Pete Carroll wouldn't need to leave for the NFL, and the Seattle Seahawks would be wondering what it would be like to win a Super Bowl. Thanks for listening to Tales from College Football with your host, Brandon Peterson. Tune in every other week as new what-ifs will be discussed from our favorite sport. Be sure to reach out and share your thoughts and ideas with me on X, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and TikTok at Code Peterson. You can also check out my website, codepeterson.com.